Assalamualaikum and hello guys, my name is Muhammad Azim bin Ismail and today I will be representing my group, which is group number 6, and I am going to talk about mass and energy analysis of control volume in the turbine system. So this is my group members. Here is the schematic diagram of an adiabatic gas turbine. So as you can see on the screen, the turbine consists of one inlet and one outlet. So basically, a gas turbine is a device that can be used to produce mechanical work by converting the kinetic energy of fluid stream into useful work. So there are a few types of turbine, and one of them is a wind turbine. A wind turbine is a device that converts the wind kinetic energy into electrical energy. The smallest turbines are used as battery charging or to power traffic warning signs. Larger turbines are used for making contribution to a domestic power supply. Wind turbine also produce electricity at between 2 and 6 cents per kilowatt hour. And basically this turbine placed where the wind is strong and reliable, as example of top of the mountain. And the next turbine is hydro turbine. These devices used in hydroelectric generation plants that transfer the energy from moving water to a rotating shaft to generate electricity. Water is passed through the turbine over the blades, causing the inner shaft to rotate. This rotational motion is then transferred to a generator, where electricity is generated. The type of turbine selected for any given hydropower project is based on the height and speed of the incoming water, such as the wave. So now let's move on to the question number 6. An adiabatic gas turbine expands at 1300 kPa and 500 degrees Celsius to 100 kPa and 127 degrees Celsius. Air enters the turbine through a 0.2 meter square opening with an average velocity of 40 meters per second and exhausts through a 1 meter square opening. Determine A. The mass flow rate of air through the turbine. B. The power produced by the turbine. So here is the schematic diagram. It shows all the value from the equation, and this one is the answer for part A. So how to find mass flow rate? So from the equation mass flow and also from the equation of gas law, we can derive as this one, which is P1 times V1 times A1 over R times T1. So we put all the value here and we can get that the mass flow rate for this question is 46.87 kg per second. For part B, we need to find the power reduced by the turbine. We all know that the change of energy is equal to E in minus E out. Since it is in steady state, we can assume that E system is equal to 0, which is in control volume, and E in is E out. Hence, we can derive the equation, which is the Q in plus W in plus summation M theta equal to Q out plus W out plus summation of M theta and out theta. And we can derive into this question, which is Q in plus W in plus summation of M in H times H1 times V square over 2 times GZ equal to Q out plus W out plus summation M out H2 plus V square over 2 times GZ. So for this question, there are few assumptions to be made. The first one is air is an ideal gas. Delta W in is equal to 0 and delta W out is equal to 0 because there is no work done by or on the system. And summation M in is equal to summation M out because it is in steady flow. Z1 is equal to Z2, which is because of the same height or the same elevation, and Q in is equal to 0 because there are no heat supplies to the system. Thus, we can cross out all the value from the previous equation. Hence, we can get the new equation right here. So let's move to some calculation. So turbine has worked out as it produces work. Summation in M H1 times V square over 2 equal to W out plus summation M out H2 times V square over 2, as I stated earlier. Rearrange the formula, which is M1 is equal to M2. Hence, we can get that W out is equal to MH2 minus H1 times V square 1 minus V square 2 over 2. And also, we can get the value of M2, which is from the ideal gas law, and we arrange the formula. Hence, we can get this equation, put all the value, which is the M2 46.87 times R 0.287 times temperature in Kelvin divided by the pressure 100 kilopascal and area 1 meter square, and this is the value 2. Next, we need to find the enthalpy value. So from the previous equation, which is W out is equal to this one, so we can get the H value from table A70, which is here. So by using interpolation for T1, which is 773.15 Kelvin, we can get the H1 value, which is around here. So we can get that 792.55 kilojoule per kg. And for the T2, we can use in this table for 400.15 Kelvin. Hence, H2 is around in between this value. Hence, we can get that the H2 is 401.13 kg per kg. Lastly, we got all the value right here. We got the M1, we got the H2, H1, V1, V2, and then we can put all the values and we can calculate the W out, which is 18.35 megawatt. So this is the answer in handwriting. So with that, we had answered the tutorial question number 6. So that's all from me. I hope you